What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
It's another NFC East show here live on Facebook, YouTube, Zodiac TV, and the Northeast Streaming Sports Network. What's up, everybody? It's the NFC East show, and of course, where we talk about how the NFC East is the best division in the NFL. How's everybody doing tonight?
What's going on?
It still trips me out for a team that has the least amount of rings in this division, has the least amount of bloopers in this 45-minute intro.
You know what? I love showing it every week because you say the same thing every week. It's like you're still crying.
Oh no! It's something different.
You didn't make it to the playoffs. You're crying. Wah. Maybe if you didn't make so many bad plays last season, you'd have been in the playoffs. But no, you got to make a lot of bad plays. So that's why.
True Blue. Last time I checked, the Eagles were basically the bottom feeders of the NFC. Am I missing something here? Am I missing something?
Oh man,
no. No, I mean, no, they're not.
I don't know what you're talking about because obviously we won the last Super Bowl, right? Out of every other team in the division, right? We won the last Super Bowl, right? And the last time I checked, the Eagles have a head-to-head against the Giants have a better record, right?
Which has any bearing on what we're about to witness this year.
Exactly. And another thing, too, gentlemen, you notice how he said Super Bowl, singular? I'm just saying, so it's Super Bowl.
Yeah, because the last one that was won by anybody in the division is right here. Is right here, baby. Right here. Am I right?
You know what? You go ahead and have your one little Super Bowl and enjoy it.
That and $5 will get you another draft at the bar you're at right now.
Exactly. Matter of fact, hold on one sec. Nicholas, go in my room and hand me my 4-time Super Bowl championship ring. You know, the one in 2011. The fourth one we won. Thank you.
Yeah.
Those and $5 will get you whatever you want at your house.
Well. Exactly.
And I'll take it.
You know what? And that and the whole box of tissues because he's still crying about last year's playoffs. So it's okay. It's okay. We'll let you go with that.
I'll let that Philly game speak for itself.
That's whatever in
exactly. You have nothing to say about that. Nothing.
All you got to do is cry. You're crying about it still.
Only thing you got to say is, Doug, you're fired. That's all you got to say about that. You're fired. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Matter of fact, could you grab one of those, the top one?
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
I would do that. I would do that to me too sometimes.
It's funny. It's funny. Last week we were talking about Doug Peterson and everything, and then the next day on the NFL Good Morning Football, they were talking about where they think he's going to go next.
We have a good foresight. That's what it is.
You know, it's interesting because they watch our show. They watch our show so that they can get feed on where he's going because obviously they said very similar things to what we said actually.
Yep.
They did say very similar things. It's amazing. You know, it surprises me because I find out that and not to talk just about football, but even about across all sports, some of the rumors that I recommend, some of the trades that I recommend wind up on ESPN. And it makes me laugh because I wonder how they get there. Because my trades are outside the box trades. Not many people are thinking of them. You know what I mean? But when I watched that same thing you did, and I felt like that they watched our show. That they literally watched our show because they had a lot of the same things to say as we did.
Yep.
So they're checking on our show. They are definitely checking on our show. That just shows that we get good content here. That's what it is.
Oh,
This
we
is
got
the show.
damn good content. Yep.
When you want something in the NFC East, this is where you come to get it.
I do want to make an announcement real quick that save the date. Those that are listening and those that will listen when it's on YouTube, Facebook, Northeast Human Sport, whatever. Save the date. October 9th, 2021. Your boy, Stefan, a.k.a. Sticky G, man, is going to have yes, my voice squeaked, Nicholas. I'm still going through puberty. No, I'm having a live show in front of an audience at the Copper Penny.
Sweet.
Yeah, the Copper. Yep, the Copper Penny in the Music City Mall. Yes, you heard it correctly. There's a lounge in the Music City Mall in Louisville, Texas, at 8:00. Myself, the president of the Big Blue, the Big Blue Wrecking Crew, Dallas Metro, is going to be there. Plus, your boy above me, True Blue, with Clario G, Cowboy Hippie, and I might have a couple surprises. I'm not saying too much yet. So all I'm saying, guys, save the date. You might want to come because the show's going to start. Doors open up at 7. Show's going to start at 8. Show's over at 9, 9:30. Live music. No cover charge. None. Two drink minimum. Food's going to be hors d'oeuvres is going to be provided. How much? What do you say? How much are you paying me to be there? I'll tell you what. I'll pay you the same amount as I'm paying Jamie. Matter of fact, I'll double it. I'll double it. Oh, I know you're joking.
Eddie loves. Like I said, he follows us everywhere. So Eddie's a big Eagles fan. And his old man lives in the heart of Washington football team country. I went down. That's how I met his father. I met his father. I went down, and it's funny because I got a text message like, "Hey, when I was doing the Philly fan caves, and I got this text message from somebody's like, yeah, I'm all the way out and down in like Manassas, Virginia." Yeah, there's no chance you're going to come down here and look at mine. I'm like, well, you never know. Send me some pictures. Then I got another text message from somebody who's like, I'm down in Manassas, Virginia, and I got this thing, and I'm like, hold on. There's 2 Eagles fans, and then they're like, yeah, well, we go to the Philadelphia Tavern to go watch Eagles games. I'm like, in Manassas, Virginia, yeah. So. Yours truly went down there and filmed a whole bunch of Philly fan caves, and I've gotten a couple more texts from people there are 2 more that are down there.
How long of a drive is that for you?
It's 2.5 hour drive.
Oh, okay.
That's without traffic. That's without traffic. If there's traffic in DC, that could be a 5 hour drive.
Yep.
I did see a couple of those episodes you put up there.
Yeah,
I did too.
And that's straight in Manassas, Virginia.
So I'm looking at some of these comments. One is saying, "Is this a strip club?" Actually, yes, I will be performing that night. Don't judge. I was young and I needed the money. Wait, Philly sports guy is the Eagle. Say what? No, I don't think so.
Kick me out.
So this is a shirt from out in Denver. This is a Philly bar out in Denver called Asbury Provisions.
Right.
And they gave me this T-shirt when I went out there, and I'm showing them some love because come November 14th, we're going to be out there in Denver doing our thing. The Eagles are going to be stomping the Broncos.
You better bring some oxygen because that elevation is the real. I never got a bloody nose in my life until I lived in Denver. That's a true story.
You got to stop getting punched in the nose.
Oh no, yeah, I wished. I would rather have that than
I wish
altitude.
you would.
Yeah, right.
I wish you would.
I would take out the other 3, but I just want to see what it feels like just having a Super Bowl. So that's why I have this right by me. I'm just trying to.
You didn't play for any of those teams, so it don't matter. It don't matter.
No, but
apparently,
apparently you don't understand. It's not a fandom, Jamie. It's a way of life. When they win, I win. So yes, I was there, and yes, if I wasn't there, how would I have this trophy? How would I have?
You weren't there. You weren't there. You didn't go to the game. You weren't there.
I was there through the television. I was there.
Hey, listen. For that one, I was rooting for you.
Oh yeah.
I will be honest. I was rooting for you. I did not want them to win it.
This one's actually number 4. I got 21-17. This one right here in Indianapolis.
And that was that beat the undefeated season, right?
No, the undefeated was 07. All right, Nick, go ahead and put it up. You better be careful.
Polish it.
And hold it with your life. You better, I swear to God, don't play. All right, Nick, you're playing.
Yeah. Hold on. There's technical difficulties over on that side. There we go.
Wow.
So I got some. Before we get into what we're going to talk about tonight, and tonight we're going to talk about fantasy values of our team and certain players on our team. But I wanted to talk about something that happened to me on Monday that I am actually a little upset about, and I'm going to actually bring it here. So I am on one of the NFC East, the Trash Talkers group. The NFC East Trash Talker group. Wow. And the Cowboys fans are sitting there and they're trying to say, oh, yeah, whatever, the Philly sucks and whatever. And I'm like, and I don't ever really get involved in that type of talk because I know exactly what's going to happen. You know what I mean? But I start talking and I start bapping. And I tell the people, I literally tell the people, I'm like, what, you can't handle a little bit of banter?
Right.
The Cowboys fans reported me for bullying, and I was in Facebook jail for 24 hours. The little pansy ass Cowboy fans. Now, I ain't talking about you, True Blue, because I know that you can handle it. Like, you and I can banter back and forth, and you let me say just about whatever. You know that it is that I'm kidding. You know what I mean? That I'm doing whatever. But the pansy-ass Cowboy cockroach fans that think that they know something wound up, I'm being bullied. I got to cancel him. And they put me in Facebook jail for 24 hours.
Yeah.
I've been seeing that go around a lot.
Now, you know what, though? I
24.
I got to give kudos to True Blue. I think people need to follow your lead, True Blue, because as a Cowboys fan, I like you. You actually set the standard. I mean, you know your team, you know the history, you respect your team, and you respect the history. You don't have to like the Giants. You don't. I mean, I'm not going to speak for Philly or the football team, but the fact that you respect the history and you do it in a calm, mellow, monotone voice. I mean, of course you're saying "F you," you know, all this, but the demeanor the whole time is very respectable. You take your licks and you also give them. And I think Dallas Cowboys, the fan base needs to follow your lead.
You do deliver a very respectable FU. I have to agree with you.
A very, very respectable.
Yeah, and it's funny because I always have people tell me, like even at the draft, like the camera guys are like, hey, I know you probably don't want to do this, but will you go stand next to this Cowboys fan over there? And I'm like, we're buddies, right? Like we're friends.
Yeah,
We have a
yeah.
podcast together.
Yeah.
Every time you see us, every time you watch an Eagles Cowboys game, they got us on TV. You know what I mean? They put us together because we're friends, obviously, because we're not afraid to get right next to each other. It's like even ESPN when they were having the home game there that we beat them right before we beat the Giants to win the division in 2019. When we had us there, they kept putting us in different spots. They're like, okay, come over here now. Now come over here. Now come over here. I was waiting for my paycheck because I felt like I was on TV. I was on TV more than most of the people that were doing the broadcast. Yeah, but
yeah.
And it is kind of funny. There are some Cowboy fans that I do get along with that everybody thinks I'm beefing with. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Young K. Actually, there he is. People are thinking that we're always, and I like to joke around and I say, Young K and I, we're both vegetarians. We don't beef. We have lettuce. That's what we have lettuce between us.
Like lettuce alone.
Right, exactly. Or if we do have beef, it's very lean and very healthy beef that we have between each other.
Well, I like watching some of the things that happen between the two of you. Obviously, Young K and I I haven't been posting a lot on TikTok lately. I've been actually taking this very small hiatus. I will be back sooner than later, but I've taken a little bit of a step back just to take a break. You know what I mean? After the Sixers were done, it's like let me breathe for half a second because I got another whole, the end of baseball, the rest of football, season to come, and that's going to take a lot of time. So
there's a lot of sports.
So Young K is saying, tell that cowboy dude to look at my stuff. Young K, his name is True Blue. Look him up on Instagram. He doesn't have a TikTok yet, but look him up on Instagram.
And just to let you know, there, Young K, he is about to be in the Professional Football Hall of Fame fan. He's going to be getting his coin this year. So not to say that you won't eventually get there, but I understand that you're like trying to talk a little bit of smackdown on a Cowboy fan, and that's what I see what you're doing. I can read between those lines there, Young K. You're trying to say that, hey, he ain't got nothing. But I tell you, he's got a sponsorship from Miller Lite. What do you got?
Yeah, I think the fact that each one of us has our own little special thing. Who's this?
That's my boy.
Is he?
UFA.
Is he
San Diego?
Chargers fan? Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, he's a
That's
San
my boy,
Diego.
Donnie.
Well, he's a Los Angeles Supercharger.
Yeah,
So-
Donnie's a man out there on the West Coast. That's a good dude right there.
Somebody
Yeah,
tell Young K how to type in the thing. Don't shout all the time. Jesus, I hate that.
Hit the cap lock key. Hit the cap lock.
Yeah, well, see, they're used to me doing that on TikTok.
Oh,
I only speak in capital letters when I'm on TikTok, and it's one of those things that I just do, and I do purposely. But it's definitely it annoys people. It annoys people,
And
and that's part of what I do.
you bring up a good point because it's all about communication. And I want to talk about communication. Yesterday, I had a Cowboys fan that was on, and I asked him to get a piece of paper, and I had him write out the word opinion, which later it was spelled wrong. I'll admit, I never won a spelling bee in my life, okay? But he did write out OPINON instead of
ION.
Yeah, ION. Thank you. And I asked him to fold that piece of paper in half. And then he proceeded to fold it in half, and I asked him to fold it in half again. And then I asked him to fold it in half again, and then one more time, because a couple days ago, Young K has his own podcast, and he said, on my thing on my post, the Young K's podcast is better than mine. So I said I like to say I respect your opinion. So I want you to take your opinion, lean to the left, and shove it right up your ass, and just keep pushing it until you can't. Let me know how that feels, because that's what I think of his opinion, honestly. So, it was joking. It was all in a loving way. I mean,
That beef was really lean. Really lean beef.
I said LOL when I was done.
Lol.
So that negated everything that I just said previous to that. So,
That's pretty brutal.
but yeah, I mean, and everybody's gonna have opinions. That's what it is. But I do want to show you, hopefully someday, a future Hall of Famer. I'm just gonna put it out there. Yeah.
Oh man, how old is Young K, by the way? Gee.
17. I boxed Steve and
YouTube, and now I'm looking at his YouTube.
You boxed me? When did we box? You boxed me, and I don't box. Uncle Sam pays me not to box, so I don't box. You might box Nick, but
So now that I saw Donnie, we got the Chargers week 2.
ooh.
Yeah.
It's funny because I had a Chargers. It might have even been Donnie that came out and says that the Chargers were going to sweep the NFC East, and I laughed. I laughed out loud and said, "I will take that bet. I will take that bet and do it 3-1. I would maybe even raise the odds up to 5-1, whatever he wants to bet. Yeah, 5-1." 5-1, Donnie. 5-1. And Donnie, were you the one that I met at the What the Buck tailgate?
Donnie, all I gotta say is say no to drugs, bro. Say no to drugs. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. So I've heard. I'm just yes, it was.
Donnie, yes, it was. All right, so I just want to make sure that it's the same person. And Young K, the Cowboys are on the bottom. They're on the bottom, and they take it from the bottom.
Come on now.
Because he's not on this. He loves to say that's his thing. Cowboys on top. Cowboy Nation on top.
Yeah.
Cowboy Nation is on top of nothing. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad. So Keith, you're a great historian of the game. Okay, and you're the more wiser. That's just a politer way of me saying older person of the bunch. More wiser person in this group.
Sounds like Bud Weiser.
Who was first? Was it Raider Nation or was it Cowboy Nation? Now I do know the answer to that, but please let me hear your thoughts.
It's very interesting. I am going to say Raider Nation, but again, the Cowboys. This was not. That got started before necessarily even the merger. So,
right
around the time of the merger. So,
and it's funny you bring that up. I'm sorry. Finish your thought. I'm so sorry.
That would be just my opinion, obviously. And they're two. You know what? We don't have it the way that we used to, as far as America's team and Raiders Nation, because those teams haven't been as successful in recent years as they've been historically. When they became either loved or hated back in the 70s and 80s, right? So you either love teams or hate them. That's what sports is all about.
Well,
right.
And they're two very dynamic teams in that regard.
And it's funny. It's a good segue because Eddie's saying sneaky. We shouldn't be talking about drugs. Did you predict the Giants to go 17-0? Yes. Yes. But I did that sober. I don't have an excuse I did that sober. But at the same time, I'm always willing to convert that, as the season progresses. But also Young K is one of the few I'll say one of the many Cowboy fans who claims that the football season or the NFL started during the Super Bowl era. He wants to negate everything in the past.
No.
Can't do that.
Now, True Blue, this is where I would love for you to educate your young Padawan, such as young K.
You can never do that. The simplest that I like to give Cowboys fans is because good old Tom Landry and who he played for before all this was happening. And who did he play for? The New York Football Giants.
So did Vince Lombardi.
Correct. So you can't negate anything before the Super Bowl era. You can't. Those guys were these guys were the forefathers of the league, what we are today.
And you know what? In the Giants-Colts championship game of what I can't remember now, I'm going to give you the wrong year, 1959, first overtime game in NFL history. That's the kind of that thing sets up the NFL for everything.
Yeah,
you can't negate all that history.
Yeah, you can't.
Super Bowl was the biggest game in history. That's what's funny about it. Sneaky is first two Super Bowls aren't even the most important games in Super Bowl history.
Nope.
right. Philly sports guy, if you wouldn't mind putting up what Young K put about how he put up saying, I disagree, those rings are fake. And this is the argument. This is because, and see, the problem is, and this is what you were up against, Jamie, because when you have an argument, a legit argument that dismisses the agenda, meaning I say we have 8 world championships, which is fact. You can't change it. You can't take it away. You can't. All you could do is add. Okay. But because it doesn't fit the agenda of the we got 5, they want to dismiss it. It's like you, you Philly sports. You were talking. You were probably speaking fact. I wasn't there, but they got so upset with you that they wanted to cancel you because you made too much sense in what you were saying.
Right. Well, and it's actually I was talking smack. They were just crying about the fact that I was bullying them. Because I called them dummy heads. You know what I mean? They're oh my god, they all became a bunch of Karens. But I'd have to ask Young K. Young K, when did the Cowboys franchise start? Because I was actually listening to a podcast today where the first season, the Dallas Cowboys. Do you remember? Obviously, you weren't alive back then. I know that you're only like 15 years old. You're barely you're
Googling it right now.
Yeah.
He's 16, 17. I know, and then I'm busting his balls.
You got to remember. You got to remember today. Well, it's not just today. History for sports begins with the person who loves the sport that they're looking at. Starts with when they were born. So. Yeah. That's how they follow.
And just so that you know, he's a big bandwagon guy anyways, because he lives in Nashville or in Tennessee anyways. So he's just a bandwagon guy. He has no ties to Dallas whatsoever. He likes to think that he does. He likes to think that he does, but he wasn't. He doesn't. He has no ties.
He was actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was born here.
Nah, he's lying about that. He's lying about that. I want to see the birth certificate. I don't believe him. I think he's lying. I don't think he has any ties to Dallas. I think that he's all making it up so that he can sound more important. But he's just a bandwagon kid. He's a bandwagon kid from Tennessee.
Well, the good thing is we got Nashville next year. We play the Titans next year over there.
And Young K, I do not know anybody. I don't know anybody who's named Young that was a Cowboy. No young K's were ever Cowboys.
So in defense of Young K, his father actually told me the story of his his name. Yes, he was named after a Dallas Cowboy. So technically, we could actually charge his mom and dad with child abuse because of the fact that they raised him as a Dallas Cowboy. So
I don't know you, Young K, but I can't wait to meet you.
Oh yeah. Overall, Young K is an awesome dude. He's a good dude.
Hold on, Young Cake. Just because you happen to mention this, the Cowboys were established in 1960. Tell me now. Let's check your math. Was that before or after Super Bowls started?
Good question.
Very good question.
Because I know
the
that
answer
game
to.
two of that year, you guys played against the Eagles, and it was the first win. That was because they lost to Cleveland in Week 1. The Eagles did, and then they came back, and then they won the championship that year. So your inaugural year there, Young K, the Eagles won the championship.
That's right.
And you guys went 0-11-1. Just so that we can get the record straight, right?
See, I love when he says more Super Bowls. But what are Super Bowls, guys? What are Super Bowls?
Championships.
Thank you. League, world, NFL, whatever you want to call it. That's what they are.
We had a whole
Bottom
show
line.
about this, right? Where was he that night when we did?
And actually, he was the one that initiated this thought process.
Oh, he was. Okay.
Yeah, this was the reason for it. Yeah.
Jamie wasn't with us that night. We did an entire show on this very topic.
Right. That was one of the nights. I was at a basketball game. I think it was the one night where I was at the basketball game and I made a viral video saying that the Sixers couldn't blow that game.
Was that night?
I don't know. It might have been that night. It might have been another night.
I thought it was a popcorn night, but I could be wrong there too.
Oh,
that was 2 days.
That was
3 days.
The soccer game.
Yep,
That was
sorry.
the soccer game.
That was a soccer game, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I have that one on my YouTube. That one's on my YouTube, actually.
You know what? True Blue's right, though. This is a younger, and again, I hate to get in because I'm always the old guy telling guys to get off my lawn. I get it, right? But young guys, he's right. Younger guys don't care about the history of the game at all.
The thing is that he's never even seen. But one playoff win. Win. So he's talking about how great his team is, and they stink. They stink and have stunk since he's been alive. So I want to know where he can come up with we've got 5 Super Bowls. You ain't got nothing because you ain't never seen them there. All right, Young?
I actually say this, and we actually got into it a little bit on TikTok. I told him on a TikTok, I said, listen, actually, no, he hasn't even seen this TikTok yet. He is now earning his stripes. It's almost like he's in a group project, shows up the day that it's time to turn it in, writes his name on the paper, and slides it to turn it in to where you can claim we got 5. But knowing damn well, like True Blue, I got respect for True Blue. He was during the 1980s when Dallas didn't win nothing. Their last Super Bowl was what, 78? Right? It was 70. No. But it was the 77 season.
Yep.
When they last won their Super Bowl. But through the 80s, I mean, he saw the Joe Montana pass. He saw the Danny.
And Danny White took it down the field. That's what nobody even understands. Danny took it right down the field. We could have won that game, but nope.
He threw a pick, right? He threw a pick at the end?
No.
No, my bad. That was Romo. My bad, I forgot. That was
That
Romo.
was the Seattle game.
But anyway,
you weren't in heaven. You weren't in heaven, Sneaky G. You were barely in your dad's sack. So I don't want to hear it.
shit.
We're all getting banned now. This is awesome.
And you know what? I hate it when he says, "I seen them in heaven." No, Young K, don't go there. Don't go there. Let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, and I could say so many different things right now, but I've already I have to scale back. I have to reel it in some. So
He says you're lucky I'm not True Blue right now. Sneaky started this war in the first place. I did not start this war in the first place. All I said was you didn't see him win. That's all I said.
It's not a war; it's a battle.
Yeah, but there's no. I mean, what battle is there? The young ones, or I should say, youngins, didn't see them win, and for them to say we got 5 is blasphemous. Yes, you got 5. It's like that one kid on TikTok that shows off his parents' house, and he says, "If you ain't got this, can't talk to me." You know, because it's that hand. You know, don't talk to me. You know, don't talk to me, bitch. You ain't paying nothing.
I love the one behind that where his mother's like, "Hey, Matt, you better come back in here and do your chores."
Yeah, exactly. Or you gonna be, or the dog's gonna get your room, and you gonna get his house. You know, which his house is probably the dog's house, probably maybe a little bit better than my room in the first.
You know,
place. But
I can't take him seriously when he makes a comment like, "I don't care about anything before I started paying attention to football."
Right, exactly. It actually it detracts from him. He's a young, intelligent kid, but the fact that he thinks that he's being smart by saying, "Hey, well, no, it doesn't matter. I saw them." Hey, listen, you got to be able to acknowledge certain things. You got to be able to accept some of the defeats.
Yeah.
And listen, as an Eagles fan, winning the Super Bowl ended all of the jokes. It ended all the jokes that I had to eat with a spoon all the time. You know what I mean? It happened. And listen, how many times, especially for the year, the 2000, the turn of the century, we were in there all the time. We went to five NFC championships and lost and went to the Super Bowl once. You know what I mean? I felt like that we were the Atlanta Braves, where we were going to all these championships and not winning anything. You know what I mean? It just blowing it.
So, and he posts on here, he said, sneaky jealous because he's seen my team win more than his. Young K, I saw my team win 4.
Here's the thing.
Your team only won 3.
All right, you know what? And here's what we get to do. We get to put him in timeout. He thinks now because you're blocked for 5 minutes. Now you can stew all by yourself there, young K, because you ain't got nothing to say now for 5 minutes.
Here's the cool thing. Here's the cool thing I like to tell everybody, regardless of what team you're with or whatever. The cool thing is learning the stats and the facts about other teams you have to play.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because once you learn the angles, the aspects, the intuition that those teams bring against you, and the forethought, it makes you a better fan because you can be predicting what's going to go on the field. That's why players and coaches who are with an organization, who jump over to another organization, what's the first thing they do? They go back and look at all the history of what that team did, what they're going to do, how they're going to accomplish those goals. That's the best thing to take away from it. Learn the other teams. Learn your past.
That was one of the reasons why when I initially approached everybody and said I want to do an NFC East show. One, there isn't anybody who's doing an NFC East show. I've not seen one out there. I've not seen anything else like this. 2, we are very knowledgeable about our teams. And we are very passionate about our teams. And we're all friends. You know what I mean? We could bust each other's balls all day long. But truth of the matter is that I actually care about you guys. You know what I mean? So it's like and I love being able I love being able to know about your teams so that when I can actually talk more Dallas Cowboy history than most Dallas Cowboys fans, or I can do the same thing. Damn Cowboys suck.
We finally agree. We finally agree on something, Jamie. Finally.
But that was the purpose on having this type of show, so that we could all share our history, banter back and forth. And this season hasn't even begun yet. We've been doing this now. This is week 16, and we haven't even gotten into the season yet.
Can you imagine? Just imagine in a couple more weeks. This was the last holiday without the NFL. Well, I mean, I would say
my birthday.
Well, you're right. Yeah, my birthday's not till January, but we actually have Labor Day. But Labor Day is, I mean, I watched the preseason, so this would be the last holiday without football. Now, when is the Hall of Fame game? True Blue, when is it?
August 5th.
Yeah.
Oh, right around the corner.
Less than 30 days.
Right around the corner.
Yep, and that's going to be awesome.
And I'm like, I just can't wait. But it's like I want preseason to start, but I don't want preseason to start because there's that one major injury on one team, and it's like, oh shit, and I'm just hoping that we're not that one team,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean, it would suck for you guys to have to lose Barkley again.
Well, I mean, it would, and the same thing goes for Dallas. I mean, can you imagine if Dak went down,
Well,
or Zeke went down, or Hurts went down?
It's not good
here's
for
the thing.
You know?
The crews are going to be getting together already because Hard Knocks starts up and Cowboys will be hosting it.
Cowboys. Third time, right?
Yep, third time.
Third time.
Third time hosting it. Not sure how that's going to go, but
It's going to stink.
I will tell you what. There's a better show than Hard Knocks. If you guys haven't ever seen All or Nothing on Amazon Prime,
yeah, I saw that 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
actually, the Eagles, I think, were the last season they did before COVID, and it's a far better show than Hard Knocks. It really is.
I will check it out. I don't understand why the Giants don't do it. I mean, I think I know, but I really don't know. I mean,
so the rules are you can't do it if your coach is a rookie head coach,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
if you have gone to a certain, you got to not go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So for Hard Knocks, you can't be a playoff team, and you can't have a rookie head coach. So, and those are the two major criteria.
Well, there's criteria for you to be able to say no too, right? I don't even know what they are, but I don't think if they said they wanted, say, the Eagles to do it, they could only say no for certain reasons. I think as well.
Well, this year they would be able to
That's
say no.
interesting.
So you got to, and I think you got to have 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah. So like right now they have a rookie head coach, so that's why they wouldn't do it. But, and the fact that we did it 3 years ago, because we did Hard Knocks in 2017, was it?
no,
Yeah,
that's
we
good.
won the Super Bowl.
19. I think it was 19.
No, that was the other one.
That was All or Nothing, right? Sorry. Yeah.
So y'all did Hard Knocks in 17?
I think so.
What was your quarterback then, though?
That was Wentz. It was Wentz's second year.
Yeah.
That was when everything was being done in 2017. We had the draft. We had the movie being made, the movie that's out now. Oh wow! They gave me a whole bunch of stuff too. Better next year. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just interesting how this Hard Knocks is going to work out going from Oxnard. I think it starts the end of this month, and it's four or five episodes. I'm not sure, and then it's going to premiere, I believe, the night, of Canton Hall of Fame game.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if it's premiering that evening after the game or if it's going to premiere before. I would think it'd be before.
By the way, there, Kaysen, since you switched names, Philly's got 4.
He did a good job with that, switching names, Nice move.
Yeah, I got it. I saw what he was doing, but
Oh,
hey, listen, I don't mind you being aggressive. Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with being aggressive, but you got to give the respect. You got to give the respect too, and that's what it is. Hey, listen, what do you think? I'm quiet? Do you think I'm ever quiet? Do you think I ever stop? Do you ever?
I can
think
vouch for that.
Oh,
I think I really do think that we all just need to calm down and be mellow like me. Be very reserved and very shy. Like I'm the ideal of what a fan should be. Like just
I mean,
very, you know. Just,
Somebody did get some meds earlier, so that could be.
oh yeah. Hey, I was. Hey, and when we get off of here, I got some more meds. I better make sure I have my prescription with me when I go to work because I will be high tonight.
Oh man, that's good.
Yeah, I don't even know what they gave me. They gave me what was that thing that Michael Jackson died from?
I have
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
Yeah, they gave me fentanyl, and I'm like, you better not give me too much. I swear to God, yeah. Ask my wife. She said, yeah, we're gonna give you because they gave me.
well, you better tell everybody why.
Oh yeah, I
Michael Jackson disease.
I got Michael. Yeah, I don't got Benjamin Button, but I got Michael Jackson. I was
That's
like,
why he was squeaking. I watched you doing that video.
right.
Yeah.
He's moving a lot better than when we started.
Hey, yeah, I know. I tell you. But no, I'll tell you guys. So I've been battling a cough the last couple weeks, and it turned out to be bronchitis. And today I had and I also have asthma, so I had a coughing fit. And at work, I popped something in my chest during that coughing fit, and my wife, who I swear to God is sent from the above, came, picked me up. Now, this is how you know it was bad. My wife never drives my car. I don't drive her car. My daughter, oldest, they came down. She drove my car and took me straight to the ER. They gave me morphine. That didn't work. Then they gave me that fentanyl, and I was pretty good. I mean, I still feel a little bit now. I even did a CAT scan. Now, let me tell you, that is some scary shit right there. I'm not claustrophobic, but I'm going to put it on the record. I hate CAT scans. I hate them. Because you're sitting at, you guys had a CAT scan before, right?
Yeah, I've done some stuff.
I've never had one.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Knock on some wood.
I stay away from cats.
I called you. Oh, yeah, Young K, when you called me, the meds hit. And because I did a live today on TikTok, and I don't even remember what I said. But I did get a lot of love from TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all over. It made me feel really special. But yeah, I went to sleep as soon as my live was out. So was I. I was done. But I hate CAT scans. That's real quick. There's two reasons why I hate CAT scans. One, you're in a tight tube, thing, right? And two, you don't even know what the results could be something else. And I was so paranoid. So I got done with the scan, and I asked the tech, I said, you didn't see any cancer there, did you? And let me tell you what this person did. The person did like this. I can't say. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? I immediately started calling the funeral home, started making reservations.
I hear you. The only good cat's a dead cat.
Oh.
Come on.
Not true. The only good cat is a pussy cat. Yeah.
We are definitely stretching the boundaries.
I think you guys are.
Hey, I was talking about an animal. You guys get to get out the gutter. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Hey, I hear that.
My virgin ears, although I have 3 kids,
Listen, I did my 3 weeks in jail. Don't get me thrown back.
Right.
I did 24 hours because of Cowboys fans, so I'm not going to do another 24 hours because of Giants fans.
Well, since we're on it, let's just keep it rolling. No. Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah,
That
so
is-
we're already, the first week of July is already over. Camp's starting here. I mean, it'll be here before we know it. Camp out in Oxnard, that's going to be interesting for me. I'm just like looking at it right now. I'm saying, okay, do I go out there? Do I go check it out? It's open to the public.
aren't
Yeah,
they
the
doing-
Eagles
aren't-
now. The Eagles now don't even do open to the public. You have to buy tickets to go to the practices. You know, it's a
Wow.
little ridiculous. I'm really kind of unhappy about it.
A lot of teams do that. When the Giants trained up here in Albany, they charged every
Really?
into yeah. They're here. They haven't been here now in like 3 years, I think, but they were here for like 12 years.
Yeah, because nobody went. Nobody went.
No. There was seriously, place was packed. They were over Albany University. Not that it held, didn't hold 20,000 people, but
Yeah, they were all
Crazy.
Bills fans. They were all Bills fans.
I can't speak to that. That could be.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
you just have to go onto the Ticketmaster and get your tickets for. It's open to the public.
But don't they don't do any kind of training camp over at Jerry's World?
Yeah. It moves from Oxnard down to Frisco because of the preseason. So they go out there to Oxnard for a week and a half, 2 weeks, then they move.
Yeah, I may go out there on the 8th. I'm not sure yet. I'm considering.
The 8th of October?
No, the 8th
Or
of
the-
August.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm telling you, the 9th of October. That's
So
gonna be
the problem with the 9th of October is that the Eagles are playing somewhere else. You know what I mean? And that's the hard part. Trying to work that all out may be a little challenging.
yeah,
You know,
that's
because
true.
I am going to be doing a lot of traveling already. And it just so happens that in 2 weeks after that, actually, I'm going to be down in Dallas before that because we're going to be down there as I'm going to be touting it. I might as well show it up again because it's bam. There we are, September 25th through the 28th. I am hosting the Philly Sports Trips Dallas Monday Night Football. So that's why it might be hard for me to get down there.
Oh, because you'll be leaving and then coming back.
Correct.
I see. Yeah, I got you.
And then not only that, but the week after that is we're headed to Vegas, and that's my birthday week.
Right.
What day are you headed out on there?
To Vegas.
Yeah.
So it's my birthday's on the 20th. I was going to go out there on the 20th. The game's on the 24th.
Oh yeah, that's plenty of time.
So I was going to go out there early and enjoy my birthday as I'm about to embark on touching or getting close to the age of 50.
There you go.
I'm not going to be 50, but I'm getting close to it.
Well, you just got to make sure the day before the game that you just order room service and hang out.
So the day before the game, we are hosting a big tailgate where John Dornbos, the magician, John Dornbos, used to be long snapper for the Eagles. Actually,
He has a ring.
he does. Well, he was given a ring. He was not on the team for that ring because he was actually. He's a great magician, and not only that, like he actually, because he was traded, that's how they saved his life, because he was going to the Saints.
Yep.
And that's how he wound up getting his life saved.
He may not have been on the team, but come on, he still earned that motherfucker though.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I dropped the up on my bad. But I mean, he earned it, you know.
In theory, he was on the team because he was part of the organization, because the trade never went through, because they wound up trading him for the pick, and then he didn't pass the physical. He was still considered part of the Eagles roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, although he didn't play any games that year, he wound up on but he is actually tied for the Eagle who's played the most consecutive games. Yeah, all time. So
that's a lot of football.
It is a lot of football. He was the long snapper for, and he was like a Pro Bowl long snapper for a long time. And then once we got rid of him, Rick Lovato became the Pro Bowl long snapper for the NFC.
We just got rid of our long snapper after 16 seasons.
Did he? Oh, that's right. He retired.
No, that one was cut.
They just cut him.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he stinks. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I have
I
no
don't know.
idea.
He was up there in age. I don't know if he was. I mean, he's still a hell of a football player, but teams have their reasons. We just don't know them.
Yeah, he probably pissed off McCarthy. And what impact do you think McAdoo will play in the Dallas Cowboys offense?
I don't know. For him to be there, he's just going to be. I think he's going to be more on the quarterback side, helping out Kellen Moore. I mean, but I really don't think he's going to have that much of an impact. He's more just of a offer up type of guy. He's not going to be a coordinator. He's just as an advisor. So he could be there helping out with some plays. I don't think I'm going to see him on the sideline.
That's a made up position.
It is.
I'm going to advise Kellen Moore. Just one will do. I'm just going to advise Kellen Moore. I got a surprise for Keith, real quick.
Yeah, cool.
I got a quick.
All right, we got 1 minute left, so make it fast.
Okay.
Attaboy.
All right. There we go. There we go. It looks good on me.
I love it because the Phillies always spank them.
Shut up.
Well, I am just now starting to learn the history of the Yankees, and
That's a lot of history.
I do want to wish all the Yankee fans a huge apology because since I sworn my allegiance,
Yes,
it has been. Yeah, so it's my fault. Put it on me.
End on that note, we're going to close it up for the evening because we're already past an hour. Look at this. We're already at an hour, and it looks like it's amazing how fast time flies. You know what I mean?
We'll see you, Donnie.
Like my fantasy picks. I'm really happy with my fantasy picks tonight.
I tell you, we'll have to
Me
bring
too.
it back up again next week. We'll have to bring it back up next week because we didn't get to any. That's what happens when we start talking. We just start talking, and it never stops. So.
That's a good thing.
But anyways, guys, thank you for everybody who was following us tonight and watching us on all the different on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Zodiac TV, Northeast Streaming Sports. Everybody, you guys have a great night, and we'll be back to seeing you guys next week.
Let's go, Giants.